too far enough away that I don't create feedback. Be careful, please don't trip. Follow me, and there's lots of room. Watch out for the mercury. Come in, but be careful. Come all the way in. Thank you all for coming. We finally got a sunny day. Many of you are wonderful to Buffalo Art Studios and have been with us for many of our 4th Fridays this year. And if there's something universally true about the last 4 months of Buffalo, it's the weather's been terrible. And we've had several 4th Fridays where that definitely impacted the event. So thank you all for coming when the weather finally changed. I don't know why we're clicking, but I don't think it's my position. So thank you all. Tonight we have the honor of presenting our first exhibition in a series that'll carry on through November. And it is a series of exhibitions that focus on issues of justice. Social justice, economic justice, ecological justice, and representational justice. And this 2-year project is funded in part by the National Endowment for the Arts, which was a new award for Buffalo Art Studios. We're very, very proud of that. And we thank you all for being a part of it. And before we won the award, we had been talking with Reinhard, and I said, you know, Reinhard, you should show at Buffalo Art Studios. He said, we have no rules. And his eyes lit up. And the twinkle and the grin. I said, no, really? We have no rules. And it went from there. And as you stand in a gallery with a 30-foot tree suspended from the ceiling, covered in beeswax, impaled by really big thermometers. This is what happens when you go to a fabulous artist and you say, come, show here. We have no rules. So thank you all very much, and let me introduce, one more thing. We have to sing. This is part of the celebration of Reinhard's birthday. I'm actually going to turn the mic off, and we will sing, and Deirdre and Megan, who I know have great voices, you guys have to sing extra loud. So I'm turning the mic off, and let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Reinhard. Happy birthday to you. And with that, I hand off the mic.
Oh my God. Well, you guys sing really badly. I love it. It's perfect tuning. Microtonal music is the thing, right? So that was great. I come to you as a 27-year-old the allegorical minimalist. So those of you who have had a chance to read the definition, you're looking at the world's first and only allegorical minimalist. I basically got tired of being thrown into the camps of land art, earth art, environmental art, and all the categorical divisions that people throw at you when you're an artist, practicing, trying to do what it is you care about. So I thought, why not start my own, you know? And that way people have to jump categories and take a look at what I do for what it is that I do, rather than through the lens of someone else's theoretical framework, right? So allegorical minimalism is basically, fundamentally about the fact that interpretation is impossible. Okay. How's that for a start? Kind of leave it wide open. So whatever you think when you see what you see in these rooms is entirely in your domain. It's not about me, it's about what you perceive, how you perceive what you perceive, and what happens to that as information that feeds your concerns, whether they're environmental or whatever. I mean, these are really large thermometers, so maybe you have to think about, you know, rectal examination, I don't know. Or maybe you have a thing about global warming, and those thermometers could play that way, right? Or maybe you, the fact that the old factory environment of beeswax triggers memories. Smell is the deepest memory trigger there is. Consequently, maybe that'll take you somewhere. A couple of people this week were coming in saying, it takes me back to being in Catholic Church, or it takes me back to being stung by bees, or whatever, right? So ultimately, that's the way I prefer my work to function, is as a catalyst, as a way of introducing possibility. And that's really what this work is about. And the work is about contrasts and creating, and within those contrasts, logic is defied. And logic becomes non-linear, of course. At that point, logic falls apart. And there is one theoretical word I really like, and that's rhizomic. Since you can sort of tell I like roots and trees. Though we know about trees communicating with each other rhizomically, traveling through the underground that we don't see as we walk around the earth, the dance that happens under our feet, we don't see. That's also one of the reasons I revealed that to your eyes, to see that bit of that dance, to face that dance a little bit in person. Because they're gorgeous, right? Little nerves, little synapses firing away. And we know they can measure the roots talking to each other at 220 hertz clicks as they communicate. So those are all measurable now, so we can hear the communication. So I find those things really fascinating. Yes?
Hold the mic up now.
Yeah, a little more of this? Okay. Is that better?
Hey, how are you? I'm fine.
By the way, I hated woodcuts. In the other room you see a gigantic woodcut. When the fabulous people at Mirabeau Press approached me a year-ish ago, kind of, right, Bob? Yeah. They said, we'd like you to do a print, would you consider doing that? And I said, wow, what a great idea. What would you do? And then I thought, I've done lithographs, I've done etchings. I've never done a woodcut, and I grew up hating woodcuts because of those dark, German, brooding, depressing, catecholoids, etc., right? I thought, I'm going to face my demon. They had a big press. I said, how big can we go? And they said, it's up to you. So when Shirley said that anything's possible, there are rules, they said the same thing. So we began, we came up with a 14-foot by 7-foot woodcut, and now I am absolutely thrilled and madly in love with woodcuts. That's why I did a self-portrait, with roots coming out of my brain, right? Anyway, now I'm in love with woodcuts. I'm in love with no rules. And it's really nice being 27, and thank you for coming.
If you like this, Buffalo Art Studios is partnering with Silo City, and we have a huge event on their site, 6 new works installed, site-specific, on Friday, June 21st, longest night of the year for the summer solstice. So I invite you all to come, see the new installations, after party at Duende. It's going to be amazing, free and open to the public. So please join us. Thank you all for coming. Have a great